Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. Today is the 7th of November 2014. The time right now is 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the evening. Just woke up. Anyway, the issue that I want to discuss today is the aspect of this new phenomenon, or rather this overused phenomenon of true love that is happening with youngsters, that is happening with all these I mean, people who are just in love, and the silly, stupid stuff that they do is something I want to discuss today. Before that, let me just change my settings. Is my screensaver? Yes. By the way, I just uploaded to Yosemite. Okay. Now, the I happened to meet this couple, this boy and girl at the Jitex exhibition. Now, both of them were from Afghanistan. When they were walking, this girl and this boy, both of them looked good. They were really young and they were really good looking. They're both in their 20s. I think they were 21 and 22. When they were walking, they were holding hands, and not just holding hands. It was like as if two snakes were mating. Their hands were totally tied. Wherever they were walking with their hands completely like shoulder to shoulder, just completely wrapped around. And whenever they would stop anywhere, she would go and like hold him this way. And then when they would stand together, their legs would be touching. She always had to touch his face. She always had to lean next to his shoulder. He always had to hold her when they were talking to someone. Even when they were eating food, like he was feeding her, she was feeding him, and he was wiping her face and she was wiping his face. Now all this is kind of good and nice, and then I told them, so you guys, what are you up to? And finally, apparently it was revealed that at the age of 20, they're planning to get engaged. They're going to plan to get engaged and going to get married, which is a disaster. And then one of them happened to add me on Facebook. I removed them off afterwards. They added me on Facebook. Every photograph, every update, every post was about just love. There were photographs of them holding hands like this. There were photographs of their arms touching, the shoulders, hugs, where they're going for food. Their selfies were together. Everything was just both of them. Now, to be very honest with you, this kind of so-called affection, love, is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, and it's not going to work out. I'll give you evidence. I'll give you proof. How many adults, how many grown-up adults who are in their 30s or 40s, do you see them holding hands, wrapped around with their arms together, who have been in a relationship for 5+ years? How many of them do you see this? Very rarely. You don't see them at all. You don't see people hugging and kissing each other 24/7. In fact, it's disgusting after a certain period of time to even want to kiss someone. I mean, there are many other things to do in life other than just keep showing your emotions and feelings. So why do I say that the so-called love thing is not going to work out? These are my reasons. I'm just giving random. I'm not written anything down. I'm just saying it. The first one is, I call this the law of diminishing returns. For example, let's say you want to eat a chocolate. Okay, I'll say I like a Twix bar. Let me show you. I like Twix bar. Okay, I like this. Now, I ate one. Obviously, I'm going to feel satisfied, a certain degree of satisfaction. However, if I eat another one after 1 hour, I'll not enjoy it that much. Then I have one more after another. I won't enjoy it at all. Then if I keep having, I'm going to get fed up at some point of time. And I can do this maybe one every day, but at some point I'm going to get bored and tired of it. This is exactly what happens. You don't get the same pleasure that you do get from the day one. So that is why in all relationships, first the guy and the girl is like completely into each other. The guy dresses up, tries to look the best. He combs his hair, gets a clean shave, gets after-shave cologne. He wears expensive clothes. He perfumes himself, tries to exercise in the gym and tries to show bulging muscles. And he'll be at his best behavior. He'll pay the bill. And the girl will also try to do the same. Make her hair look amazing. Make herself look amazing. try to be at a best behavior. But however, after a couple of meetings, the guy then stops shaving, he stops putting cologne, he stops trying to wear expensive clothes, he even stops trying to be at the best behavior. Then very soon the so-called romance kind of dies down, and they begin to think, I don't like this, I don't like this. They keep finding fault. So after the high that is there, the low starts. Okay, so first is the law of diminishing returns. Too much of anything is a bad thing. The second thing is, always remember, when the first impression is good, you have discovered all the good things, you run out of good things to find out and discover. Then begins the Pandora's box of where you start discovering bad things, and this is where the headache starts taking place. People start complaining, they start demanding, they start pointing out these flaws, and neither party likes that. The third one, which I think is a very important thing, is expectations. People tend to have these expectations and they tend to have these demands that grow over a period of time. So this also ruins a relationship. And most important of all, if I had to put it, the one main reason why such relationships don't work is because it's all about priorities. See, when I was 20, I didn't have any big ambitions and big plans. I just wanted to have girlfriends, and when I got someone, I thought it was true love. I didn't think about anything. However, today, let's say, for example, when I was young, if a girl would call me just to see her, just to talk to her for 5 minutes, I wouldn't mind traveling 100 kilometers just to see her. However, today, even if a girl says, I'm dying to have sex, let's have glorious sex 24/7, I'll just ask myself, what do I have to do today? What are my list of priorities? What do I have? First is, I need to study, I need to learn, I have books to read, I have assignments, I have clients, I have bills to pay. Your priorities change. Sex is not the only thing in your head, and do understand this, as guys get older, all guys, your testosterone levels start falling down. Okay, so you don't feel like hot with sex and all that. You just begin to think, man, I don't want this. Sex becomes pretty mechanical. It just becomes like a hunger. You just eat little food, you're satisfied. You're not going to sit and push your face into a plate full of food and just keep it there. And even these creative forms of sex, it becomes boring, man. Realistically speaking, it becomes boring. So for all these girls, and even girls, remember this: you might be a pretty face now, you might have an amazing figure, but as you age, your body will no longer heal itself. It will no longer look as attractive as it is. You'll put on weight easy. You'll become fatter easily. You'll become older easily. You want proof? Just look at your mom and dad. I don't think your mom and dad look like film actors. They don't have six-pack abs. They don't look amazing. And if they do, wow, you've got lucky, blessed parents. Most of them, they don't look attractive. So men are visual. They'll always get distracted with someone else. Women, they need themselves to be emotionally taken care of. And if they don't get it, they can really be a pain. So to all these people who are so-called falling in love, listen. This is just a phase. It is all about emotions, your horniness, your testosterone and your hormones playing all these games. Please don't get into getting engaged and getting married at least until you're 30. At least until you're 30. Meet different people. Have the complete experience of all the colors of the rainbow. Meet different people, different individuals. Have a look and feel of the different options that you have. There are other things in life apart from finding the right person. I mean, I was so stupid when I was in my 20s. I thought I had to get married. I had to find the girl of my dreams. Then only I'd be happy. I mean, today when I look at it, I find myself so stupid. It's not about, remember, marriage is bloody boring, absolute challenging responsibility that involves a routine that can kill you. The stress at your workplace itself is enough to drive you mad. The traffic itself is enough to drive you mad. The bills drive you off the wall. And when you have all such things up your head, sex, romance is the last thing on your head. What you look for, or what you need to look for, is a friend who is not physically attractive, a friend who you can have a conversation, who can be tolerant, who can be someone who gives you space. All right. So, youngsters, take my advice on this. This so-called love thing that you have is bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It's absolute nonsense. And for those of, those insecure people who are putting up their Facebook updates of, with their faces like this, their hands like this, and their legs like this, hugging each other, kissing each other everywhere, such relationships guaranteed do not last, because you're just trying to show the world that you're having some love, emotions, and feelings. You're trying to convince everyone, and that is where you suffer from insecurity. That's why you're doing it. Someone mature need not, blow their trumpet and, beat their drum just to show that they are truly with someone. Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com giving you his views as to why this phenomenon of love really does not work and does not exist. It is a give and take relationship, and for those who are young, please don't get into it. It's just a passing phase. Don't take any serious commitments until you cross the age of 30. This is my views. Let me know what you think. Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. Remember, there are many other important things in life apart from love, relationships, sex. Focus on them and get your shit sorted out, and everything else will fall in place. Let me know what you think. Put your comments down below. Loy from loymachedo.com saying goodbye for now.